Hi, it's Michelle Birdsong, Eve, Mother of All Living. This is part 2. Stevie Wonder was Adam's penis, the serpent, in the Garden of Eden. This is Adam, now Michael Bublé, who has been as Elvis, Frank Sinatra, Michael Jackson, projection, and George Harrison, the Beatle, Sam Cooke, Jesse Belvin, Ray Charles. Okay, so you can see who Michael Bublé is. Now, we're doing the Replacing Error as Truth channel excerpts from his video. Let's see, can I find the name of the video? It's called Thoughts Introduced into Water Produce. Okay? Alright, so let's go on. If you do not understand the mystery of the gospel, your dogs will not hunt. This is what Will Rogers said. Dogs. G for G, O for O, D for D, S for S, gods. G-O-D, God, Gurinder Singh Dillon, O for ordered, D for daughter of the sun's story. God, Gurinder Singh Dillon, ordered the daughter of the sun's story. That's Eve, T. Michelle Birdsong. Okay, Will Rogers goes on to say he's the host of this channel. It's very important. I don't know where you're getting your overstanding instead of understanding. He says overstanding from, said Will Rogers. If you're not joining my mystery school, but you're joining somebody else's mystery school, quit. The mystery of the gospel has been revealed in Ephesians chapter 3, verse 1. The mystery of Christ. Paraphrase, this is Christ, being as Gurinder Singh Dillon. It was not made known to men in other generations. It has now been revealed to his holy prophets by the Spirit. The prophets Isaiah. This is Isaiah Allen Jackson. Adam and Eve's, he's a classical musical conductor, and he's the biological father of Awan, Adam and Eve's daughter, now being as Melanie Lynn Spear. The other prophet was Elijah Will Smith, who was Seth, Adam and Eve's third son, destined to be the United States President, husband of Azura, now being as Robin Michelle Birdsong. The third prophet was Ezekiel, who is being as Reverend Jesse Lee Peterson, son of St. Peter, now being as retired Lieutenant General John Hopper, T. Michelle Birdsong's cousin from Clarksville, Tennessee. Roger said, Gentiles are fellows as members of the same body. Note from Eve, mother of all living. Rogers reads, and are takers of the promise through Jesus Christ and a ghost spell. I guess that's a play on God, gospel. G for God, host, she, Eve, energy, presents, talk and share. Well-being. World, well-being, Giancarlo Arturo, Pope St. Linus, Pope St. Peter's successor, Wayne Dyer. Okay, this is a baby that Eve is carrying in her womb. And we go over here to promise. U, C, succumb to Michelle Birdsong. Oh, succumb, Succomb, okay, and produce Aria Elizabeth Michelle, okay, that's the baby produced by Jesus Christ with T. Michelle Birdsong. So this said Rogers rightly, this has nothing to do with religion, talking about the Bible. It's all biology. St. Paul, this is what T. Michelle Birdsong is saying, the apostle now being, as Dr. Mike Murdoch said, the Bible is a book about decisions. Note, Eve's decisions about who would be the perfect one for her to create life with. My mother, Korean Beatrice Crowder, Miss Frog, projection of Baba Jamal Singh, Gurinder Singh Dillon, Shirley Temple, Uncle Sam, Supreme Commander General, later U.S. President Dwight David Eisenhower, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. These are all the past lives of my mother. Rosie the Riveter said, my mother said, marry who you want. Be careful who you have your babies with. Wow. Notes, Eve. These dots are connecting. Okay? What it is, all songs written by Edwin Birdsong and Michelle Birdsong except where noted. Okay, I gave you the first 3 songs on the album, What It Is. And I showed you the picture of the album, What It Is. Number 4 song, It Ain't No Fun Being a Welfare Recipient. Number 5 song, When a Newborn Baby's Born, the World Gets One More Chance. That baby was Singh Birdsong, who had been Guru Arjan and Jagat Singh. Side 2 of What It Is, Mr. Moneyman, Michelle Birdsong, Edwin Birdsong, and Doug McClure. Number 2, Mongoose, Stan Bronstein and Rick Frank wrote that song. Number 3, The Old Messiah, Artie Resnick and Paul Nauman wrote that song. Pretty Brown Skin, written by Michelle Birdsong and Roy Ayers. It's Hard to Move When It's Your Move by Edwin Birdsong, Doug McClure, and Michelle Birdsong. Number 6, God's Home. Note, it has been locked. God's Home has been locked. We now have, thanks to Jesus Christ being as Gurinder Singh Dillon, having been as Baba Jamal Singh, founder of the Dara, and Charan Singh. He prepared earth as heaven, a perfect place to live for eternity. That's what we have now. Now, the list of songs on Edwin Birdsong esoteric album, Supernatural, Words and Stories by Michelle Birdsong. Number 1, Rising Sun Funky. Number 2, Rising Sun Climax by Edwin Birdsong. Number 3, If I Ever. All the songs are written by Edwin and Michelle Birdsong except where noted. Number 4, Any Color, written by Edwin Birdsong, Ronald Drayton, Michelle Birdsong. Number 5, Flow Through My Heart. Okay, here we can decode some words. F for feelings, for Eve, flow through my heart. Heaven, earth, here. Stevie Wonder's He Art sings feelings for Michelle Birdsong for Eve. Michael Bublé sings his feelings for Eve. And Lionel Richie sings his feelings for Eve in his art. Supernatural, Michelle Birdsong, Edwin and Michelle Birdsong's esoteric album, side 2. This is What It Is, but it's better than at least it's Edwin Birdsong. Okay, number 1, Turn Around, Hate, Communicate. Number 2, I Love You, Michelle. Edwin Birdsong. Note, Edwin said, everything's been done except the way you do it. I think that's really profound. Number 3, Down on the Beat by Edwin Birdsong. Number 4, Tune from Calicoon. Interesting story about a band searching for a place to rehearse without the neighbors calling the police saying they were disturbing the peace. Number 5, Last Exit Before the Toll. All songs of Michelle Bird, music ASCAP. The album was produced and engineered by Edwin Eddie Kramer for Remarkable Productions. He was Jimi Hendrix's engineer. Sing Birdsong has been as Jimi Hendrix. He offered Michelle a job as a secretary. While she worked as a secretary for Chicago Everett Council of the Boy Scouts of America and Medical Review Associates, now in Brooklyn, New York, she couldn't see working for anyone else but her husband, Edwin Birdsong, so she turned the job offer down. T. Michelle spent large hours plaiting Edwin's bushy afro. She never minded the labor, and adults wearing plaits became a worldwide hairstyle for black people for many years, based on what they saw on that album cover. Even today, people still wear their hair plaited. Stevie Wonder's getting bald, but men have gotten bald for years, whether or not they wear their hair plaited. As an entertainer asked T. Michelle to make him some costumes. Naturally, he offered to pay her, seeing and loving the designs she had embroidered on Edwin's clothes. She said, "Sorry, but I only do that for love, not for money." She was focused on her husband and loyal to him. She only divorced Edwin after he'd been sleeping with another woman in her house, in her bed in Queens, while at Edwin's request, Michelle, and her children were living with Edwin's newly widowed mother in Los Angeles, serving her and being companions to her, along with her loyal son Sheldon, now being as Reverend Sheldon Birdsong of Louisiana. Lots of American black people are returning to live in the South. Edwin Birdsong passed away last year, 2019, on Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday. Edwin and T. Michelle met in Central Park April 9, 1968 at a mourning, MOURNING, rally for Dr. King. Dr. King had been assassinated April 4, 1968. Dr. King has been reborn as Lou Ranziger, T. Michelle's grandson. Edwin Birdsong has been as T. Michelle, being as Mary Magdalene's brother Lazarus. Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene's husband, now being as Gurinder Singh Dillon is bringing Lazarus, Edwin Birdsong, back to life. He is keeping his promise to T. Michelle, Lazarus' sister, that he, being as Edwin Birdsong, would be a part of humans in heaven on earth. Mr. Will Rogers applauds. "You're high vibrational beings," he says, "but if you ain't got no verbs in your arsenal, you're in trouble." Trouble decoded. T for thee, HER for her, O for order. The her order. You, Bublé, Adam, Michael Bublé, her Eve's soulmate, is in order. Father of the Eve started Garden of Eden. Adam's first wife, Lilith, decided to hang with devils and demons. Adam, she decided, was not the man she wanted. Lilith, who has been as Pontius Pilate, Christ killer, is now being as Christ's projection, Michael Bublé's wife, Luciano La Plata, some name like that. It's Argentina. Again, she has not selected Adam, Michael Bublé, as the man she wanted to father her children. Only she knows who she picked to be her baby's daddies. Will Rogers said, "No more serving God, no more serving your children, no more serving your job. Note, my job is God," said Eve. God is my job, says Eve. Now, said Will Rogers, you have to serve yourself. You have to serve yourselves because you are giving energy outside yourself. That's why you are being depleted. That's why you age. The reason we age, says Eve, is because collectively we believe in aging. We believe in the process of aging. And we spend so much time being negative that our growth hormones are shut down and anti-aging hormones are shut down. Do own true energy. And if life is what you believe, then if you believe in eternal life, that is what you get. And this is what Govinda Singh Dillon has given us, Jesus Christ. All right? So stop aging and ask your heart how to stop aging. Okay, so this is T. Michelle Birdsong. Mainstream includes you. So long.